Firstly, I would like everyone to give a round of applause to the companies that have pitched today. I know we have a lot of entrepreneurs in the room, but if you're not an entrepreneur and you've never pitched with a clock with very intimidating venture capitalists and then very intimidating consumers in the crowd, it can be very nerve-wracking. So it's not easy for any of them, so I think they deserve our respect and applause. I would like to give a round of applause for our AARP members who have come to voice their opinion on these technologies. I think that's very exciting. I have the very dubious honor of being right between you and the big announcement about the winners and then the drinks. And so I'm going to try to make this as quick and painless as possible. I'd like to invite up 3 companies that have participated in our previous programs. This is a little bit of where are they now, VH1 sort of thing, about how they're doing it, what their experience has been since they went through the LivePitch program. So if I could have you all come up now, please. And I'm going to sit in my Captain Kirk chair, way over here. Great. So, guys, thanks for coming. Let's start with you, Patrick. Introduce yourself, say a little bit about what your company is, and then we'll go down the line with that first. You got like 45 seconds, just like the old pitch.
For old time's sake. My name is Patrick. I'm the founder of Audicus. We're making hearing aids far more affordable and far more accessible through our online delivery channel. We, over the last year, have launched a really cool hearing diagnostic tool that you can use on your phone and that you can then use to really select the right products and just do everything from the confines of your home. So we're very excited about that. It's been an incredible year.
Great. Mel?
My name is Mel Taylor, and I'm CEO and president of Split Second, and we had the honor of winning this event last year. And this last year has also been incredibly busy. We have a portable auto crash detection and notification device that goes into any vehicle and provides 24/7 emergency help to a 24/7 emergency call center. And so whether you're in an accident or whether you have a medical emergency on the road, you can automatically get assistance. And this past year as well has been about more fundraising, bringing a new product to market, and actually for us, global expansion, which has been extremely exciting and unexpected, but a wonderful step on our exciting journey.
Great. Don't say too much because we have some time to fill.
Oh.
Hi,
Keith?
I'm Keith Cooper, CEO of Constant Therapy, and they told me I won last year.
We
What's
won.
up? We
We're
won.
all winners.
Constant Therapy provides science-based digital brain therapy for people that have had a brain injury or a brain degradation like dementia.
Great, great. Oh, so I mean, I think that begs the question or demands the answer. You all did win last year, right? But we have different categories, which we'll learn a little bit more about a little bit later. So, Patrick, you were investing.
I think we won the Consumer Choice Award.
Okay, Consumer Choice.
Consumers love this, yeah.
Yep. So, since your experience, how have you used and leveraged your experience through LivePitch? Has it opened any doors for you? What did it do for you besides the stress of having to fly to Miami?
Yeah, I think it helped us in 3 different areas. The first one's really giving us exposure to the rest of the tech community. So we had a lot of entrepreneurs approach us, and we were able to build a very good network within people that are also in aging and tech. So that's a very nascent field, and it was very, very interesting to find mentors and provide mentorship. It helped us in identifying other investors as well. As similar to you, we've been going through various fundraising cycles. And last but not least, it helped us with press exposure, So yeah, it was certainly something that all in kind of helped us build credibility with our clients. So it was very, very helpful.
Sure. Down the line, Mel?
Absolutely, I would agree with all of that and more. I think credibility is huge. I mean, when you have a brand such as AARP beside your name as you want to talk to anybody, be it investors, channel partners, and for us as well, I would say talent. I think it's wonderful when you have talent who's looking at where they want to be, when we can point to AARP in the event and the wonderful brand that you have and the support you've given us, that's a huge help and benefit to us.
Sure, I just want to be clear before our legal group kills me. Winning LivePitch does not imply endorsement by AARP.
Absolutely not.
But we do curate the participants, and we do feel you have unique and special product offerings that benefit the 50+ in alignment with our social mission, which is to improve the quality of life for all as we age. Keith?
Yeah, I would also not underestimate the value of preparing your pitch into a 3-minute bite-sized chunk. It's easy to tell you about my business in 20 minutes. I'll do it all day long. But having to prepare it in 3 minutes, and the process that the AARP Health Innovations put us through, which was to do that and then get professional coaching on that presentation, and then to have a practice session, and then to actually do the event, which is incredibly well organized, was very valuable for us. Winning obviously got us not the endorsement, but some press and investor interest, and we closed on a financing round about 6 months after the event.
If I recall correctly, didn't you start like 3 weeks before the event last year?
Start what?
At Concept Therapy, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, for myself personally.
Right, so-
I joined the company just about 3 weeks before the AAR pitch, so this was a good start for me to figure out what we did for a living.
Sure. So if you had any advice for the companies that went through the program this year, what would it be? What would you do differently to maximize kind of the tailwind you got coming out of the program, if you had it to do over?
I think, part of the beauty of doing this is meeting the people. Jody and Sanjay and Brian and others in the organization have been really helpful, both connection-wise, mentors and friends since that event. So take advantage of the exposure that you get to this incredible organization with both the mission as well as the membership that they have.
Yeah, for us it was really, what we can say is that you should really take advantage of a similar kind of network, which is of other entrepreneurs that are going through the same experience of, thinking through an idea, thinking through a product, thinking through a market, thinking about, the practicalities of raising financing. These are all like very practical and very recurring questions that a lot of people have already done before. So you should really leverage that collective wisdom of other people that are in the same boat. So it's good to have that exposure.
Sure. No.
Yeah, and I would say very much similarly, the networking is really important, and also not just at the event, but moving forward. So when you actually meet people, and as we say, we're going through the same things, we're at the same stage very often. So as you start to see the accelerated growth, and also you start to hit some of the potholes that are inevitable with the development of any product or company, you've got a network that you can reach out to for support and advice and guidance, and to take advantage of that.
So I'm hearing we need to start like a LivePitch Alumni network.
There we go. I like it. I like it.
Theo, will you get that going for us? So what's next for all of you? Like, you've mentioned that you're starting to raise, you're looking at distribution, but what's the one thing you need to get done before we all see you again next year? I ask you the same set of questions.
Different for each one of us, I'm sure, but
I hope, because you're all agreeing on everything.
last year we were in the process of proving our science, proving our technology, proving our delivery system for this really important effort in helping people improve their cognitive speech and language capabilities, and we got all that done. So we did clinical trials. We have served exercises to tens of thousands of patients. We have over 3,000 clinicians using our product in their offices. We've served over 20 million brain exercises. So we now have this incredibly valuable database to help us both serve the precision medicine that we can now deliver automatically, as well as have it be personalized. So that's what we did last year. What's ahead of us now is to scale a business model. Right, so all of that's great, but again, the other side of this social entrepreneurship is making a return for investors and making sure it makes sense for a win-win situation.
We gave you an award and you don't have a business model yet?
Oh no, I have a beautiful business
All
model.
right, okay.
Scaling the business model.
Scaling.
Yes.
All right, that's the word. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Now, what do you think?
Well, so for us, we set out last year to improve upon our hardware and our technology, and we've done that. We've redesigned, we've improved some of the component parts, which allow us to deliver additional features. And I think for us this year, one of the things that I alluded to is this global expansion. And so we were reached out to. I think there's been such a need in the market for our product. But not just in North America, in other areas, specifically South Africa, who reached out to us. They have a huge amount of issues with people dying on their roads and not being able to get them the medical emergency help that they need quickly enough. And so we're suddenly having to look at our business model and look at how are we going to scale and to meet that growth in different global markets, which bring a whole host of challenges, from cellular certification to medical certifications that we have to meet, as well as, good old exchange rates. How's that going to impact us in our business model? So we're facing all those challenges in the next year.
Just to stick on that for a second, do you find that this program carries any weight in other countries? The LivePitch? Not that they would know about us.
I was about to say, not that anybody has known about it, but however, the experience of being put through speaking to people on your feet about the market and how our current market can move into their market is always a good experience to have had.
Great answer. Good.
Yeah, for us, over the next 12 to 18 months, it's really all about acceleration. I think the last year was really about launching new products, solidifying your brand, really having a repeatable customer acquisition mechanic in place. And so now it's really about stepping on the gas and taking this to the stratosphere. So what's really on top of my mind right now is really recruiting and finding great talent to execute on this. It's always a bit of a war for talent.
So Patrick's hiring for all of you developers and that. And then see, we're online too, so you might just have a flood.
Yeah, everyone's kicking in our doors in New York.
Feel free.
Is there any advice you would give to companies that will be applying for next year's program? There's been talks about doing 2 in a year. I think we'll all die if we try to do another one this year. But let's thinking next year. Do you have any advice for folks that are looking at the program?
Yeah, think about the emerging trends in the 50+ category, right? I mean, there's so many things that are changing there around consumer behaviors and technology, right? You really need to think about where the puck is moving as opposed to where the puck currently is, right? And so this is one very big and important element to it. Think about how to really convey your story in a concise way, and most importantly, have fun building your company.
I would actually add to that, just go for it. I think so often when you are developing something, your head is down day to day, and sure, you're drinking the Kool-Aid, but what's wonderful about this is put your head above the parapet and take a step forward, and I think this is a wonderful opportunity to put your feet out there, put the feelers out there, and see what other people think about what you're doing, and it will really give you that boost to keep on going, give you some credibility to know that you are onto something, and energize you to keep on going. So, have faith and go for it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'll just add that in a theme today, I think, which is make sure that any product or service or technology that you're delivering is vetted by the people that are going to be using it. And so get out there soon with a minimum viable product, get feedback, improve it, get feedback again, improve it, before you spend 6 months and a couple $1 million developing it.
I guess, we've got about a couple minutes left. I know we're a little behind, so I'm going to give a little time back so we get back on schedule. But just real quickly, were there any insights either from the consumer voting that happened on stage or the interactions when you guys were on the floor at the expo, the way we used to have it set up, or in this case, the tent, that you took to heart and really changed either your marketing, the product design, or the distribution plans? Was there anything, do you have any nuggets that you remember from, I know it's been a year and a busy year for all you, but anything that you used to action on?
100% for us it was phenomenal actually talking to AARP members, and we revisited our pricing model. So one of the things that we gathered and we learned from actually being here and talking to seniors was very much how they structure their monthly budgets and how we could actually apply a pricing model that would actually be suited to them as a specific demographic. And so without question, we would not have had that insight if we hadn't been here.
Yeah, it's related to that. I mean, we had launched our hearing test technology for mobile phones only a couple of weeks before at South by Southwest. And, the AARP conference really allowed...
huge, senior demographic.
Awesome, right? Right. But it really allowed us to...
I mean, there might be hearing loss, but for other reasons.
Yeah, too many rock concerts. But essentially, it allowed us to really showcase our technology in front of exactly the demographic that we wanted to target. So it was a very, very good opportunity for us.
And I think part of the feedback we got with what we do for a living is that there's a lot of clutter in the marketplace for sort of brain games, if you will. Everybody's heard of Lumosity because they spend $1 billion telling you what they do, even though they may not. And so we are brain therapy. We're actually trying to help people get better and maintain their clarity over time. And so we needed to get really strong and pithy on how we were different from those people, and this process helped us do that.
Excellent, excellent. So we're up on time. If we could thank our panelists for making the journey and being so successful. And I'll call Lisa and Alex up to stage. Right? Yeah, you guys get off now.